Hello, grade 3 students. How are you? I hope everything is okay. Today, inshallah, we're gonna study Unit 16 from New Hello 3, and the title is Animal Stories. For today's lesson objectives, grammar, we're gonna study the past perfect. For reading, we're gonna read 2 stories with a moral. Listening, we're gonna listen and respond to news. For speaking, we're gonna respond to news. For writing, we're gonna write a story with a moral. Lesson 1, Exercise 1, Ask and Answer. Do you know any stories with a moral? Moral means a message that gives advice. Exercise 2, Read 2 stories by the ancient Greek writer Aesop. What are the morals? For number 1, you choose between A and B. Always prepare for the future. B, you must never relax. 2, you choose also between A and B. A, don't kill animals. B, don't want more than you need. Now the first story, The Ant and the Grasshopper. It was summer and Ant was collecting food for the winter. Grasshopper looked very content and he sat in the sun. Grasshopper hadn't done any work all week. Don't be foolish, said Ant. You know that it's hard to find food in winter. What could you do if you didn't have any food? It's still summer, said Grasshopper. I refuse to think about winter yet. When the winter came, Ant had found enough food to eat until spring. Grasshopper remembered Ant's wise words, but he was very hungry. For the second story, The Goose and the Golden Eggs. One day, a farmer found that his goose had laid a yellow egg. When he picked it up, it was as heavy as metal, and he thought it was bad. He decided to take it home, and he soon found out that the egg was made of gold. Every morning, the same thing happened. The farmer soon became very rich. He sold all the golden eggs at the market. However, the farmer soon became greedy. He thought that there must be a lot of golden eggs inside the goose. So he killed it. When he had killed the goose, he found that there were no eggs inside it. Words and their definitions. Let's study together the meaning of some words. Borrow means take something from someone then return it. Terrible means very bad. Greedy means wanting more than you need. Goose, a bird that lives near water. Golden, made of gold. Enough, as much as is necessary. Wise, able to give good advice. Content means happy. I hope the words are clear now. Exercise 2. Read 2 stories by the ancient Greek writers. Aesop. What are the morals? Do you remember this question? Let's check your answers together. Number 1A. Always prepare for the future. For number 2B. Do not want more than you need. Excellent. We're still in lesson 1. Which of the words in red in the text mean the following? Number 1, as much as necessary means enough. 2, able to give good advice. 3, happy. 4, made of gold. 5, wanting more money, food, etc. than you need. 6, a common whitewater bird. Pause the video, think of the answers, and come back to check your answers. For the answers, number 2, wise. Number 3, content. Number 4, golden. Number 5, greedy. Number 6, goose. Excellent. Exercise 4. Read again and choose the correct words. 1. Grasshopper or ant was planning for the future. Of course, the answer is ant. Number 2. Ant knew it was hard to find food that day in the winter. 3. The farmer wasn't sure if he should keep or pick up the egg. 4. The farmer soon became very greedy or happy. 5. He killed the goose to get more. Okay, now let's check the answers together. Number 2, in the winter. Number 3, keep. Number 4, greedy. Number 5, to get more eggs. Perfect, thank you, students. For lesson 2, we're gonna deal with grammar. Past perfect. Underline the verbs in these sentences. Grasshopper hadn't done any work all week. So here the verb hadn't done, we underline it. We noted that it consists of 2 parts. First part, hadn't, and the second part, done. Do the same with the rest of the exercise. 2. When the winter came, Ant had found enough food to eat. 3. A farmer found that his goose had laid a yellow egg. 4. When he had killed the goose, he found that there were no eggs inside it. Pause the video, think, and come back to check your answers. Okay, let's check the answers together. Number 2, we will underline came, had found. 3, found, had laid. 4, we underline had killed, found, were. Perfect, thank you. Past perfect tense. The past perfect tense is used when we got 2 actions that happened in the past, but one of them preceded the other. The first one is put in the past perfect and the second one is put in the past simple. Notice here that these 2 actions started and ended in the past, but the focus here is in the order. The one that happened first, we put it in the past perfect, and the second one, which followed the other one, is put in the past simple. Let's read together. When we are talking about 2 events in the past, we use the past perfect to talk about the earlier of the 2 events. We use the past simple to talk about the later time. I went to the park because I had finished my homework. Notice here, went and had finished. Had finished means this was the first action. Went means that was the second action. So here, I had finished my homework first, then I went to the park. The form of the past perfect is had plus past participle. And this is for all the subjects, singular and plural. Jumana knew who my friend was because she had met her before. So we understand from this sentence that Jumana knew my friend because she had met her before. So the action of meeting her preceded knowing her. I found my pen. I had left it in the classroom. Found, had left. I understand that from this sentence, I had left my pen first, then I found it. The negative form is had plus not plus past participle. Example, we couldn't go to the concert because we hadn't booked tickets. So the first action, which wasn't done, we hadn't booked tickets, so we couldn't go. We couldn't go. We can start the sentence with either the past perfect or the past simple. Before our teacher came to our school, she had taught in another school. Notice here, before is a conjunction between these two sentences. Before is followed by the second action, which is in the past simple. Before our teacher came to our school, she had taught, this is the first action, had taught in another school. Our teacher had taught in another school before she came to our school. Notice here, before is followed always by the second action or the past simple. Exercise 2. Complete the sentences with the past perfect or the past simple of the verb in brackets. Notice, past perfect means the first action. Past simple means the second action. Number 1 is done for you. Number 1, the lesson has already started when he arrived in the classroom. 2, Reem space upset because her friend space her. 3, nobody space about the site because everyone space about it. 4, after we space the museum, we space to have lunch. 5, Farida space visiting Suhag because she space there before. Pause the video, think of the answers and come back later. Check the answers with me. Was, had not phoned for number 2. 3, knew, had forgotten. 4, had visited, decided. 5, enjoyed,